Belisarius, the last Roman. As you learnt previously, Belisarius is the phenomenal commander to lead cavalry, smoke farmers or barbarians. He is a quite performant commander for a free-to-play player. However, what we didn't speak is how to combine him with other commanders to get the best you can. If you hesitate to spend money and progress in this game quicker, it's advisable to stick with these commanders because they belong to your league. Belisarius is your commander to pair with Pelagius. Those two are a great combination because they both support your cavalry. It makes zero sense to lead infantry or archer units when you operate Belisarius. This combo will make your cavalry troops stronger on the battlefield and therefore you can do quite some damage and be fast. This combination fits both for open field battles and when you rally structures. By Pelagius joining the team, he empowers your cavalry by 10% attack and 10% defense to make you more durable. Founder of Asturias does precisely this. You know that Belisarius is one of the faster moving commanders. His third skill makes him even more durable. This is a very subtle skill that some players will neglect without thinking about it. In situations where you want to ram your opponent directly, then it may be not that useful. However, when you move on the map, it makes you ridiculously hard to catch. Because once you escape the battle to reposition yourself, you will get tremendous march speed and defense bonus for 10 seconds. It is enough to make good decisions and target opponents to remain on the winning side. When you find a strong desire to ram your opponent till you win or lose, Oblique Tactics makes your whole setup up to 25% stronger. This is where you start getting an upper hand. This does not fit very well for hit and run practitioners because you can activate this skill when your health drops below 50%. Then you become a beast. Make sure you have decent technology to amplify this Belisarius skill. Coming to the active skills, no matter you rally structures or fight on the open field, Belisarius is a good commander to disable targets. This is why he can be useful in second rallying objectives to make them weaker. Reducing attack and defense up to 30% each is quite something to allow your main rally to do more damage and therefore receive less of it. Pelagius amplify this skill even further. It means double skill damage and extra rage regeneration. Remember, Pelagius is an expert to strike singular targets. While you do that, your opponent loses both attack and defense and you regenerate your rage like a pro. Deception and charge skills can do you miracles, they are your active skills. While you do any of this, Pelagius has very good healing capabilities. You will always have a 10% chance to heal your troops by a significant amount for a free-to-play league. That's why this combination is powerful. It empowers two different playstyles, the mobile and the damage-oriented. You already know the meta behind talents trees. For this specific combination, you will use mobility tree if you need to move a lot and cavalry, when you need to stand and fight. You need to pick your priorities because otherwise, it can bring you a disadvantage. The next combination on the list belongs to Baibars. He is a father of conquest. This should say something about what his membership can do for the team of two. When he joins the team, the orientation of the gameplay changes significantly. Baibar's skills don't make him fit for prolonged fighting. Not when he serves as a secondary for Belisarius. What you need to keep in mind when you put him for the second commander, you need to play strategically, not hard. The active skills become the disabling ones, so your mission will be to remain alive as long as possible because you have some targets to disable. The first skill of Baibars is to reduce the moving speed of marchers. It is useless when you ram into your targets directly because when enemy stands still and fight you, he does not move. In this way, the skill loses half of its potential. It becomes very useful when opponents start retreating to their cities or friendly structures. Sandstorm will slow them down and make more kills for your alliance. He can slow a few opponents at once when they happen to be in a fan-shaped area. Retreating opponents do not do a lot of damage. Your aim with Baibars is to make their retreat last longer to maximize the benefit of him being in the team. It does not necessarily mean that you will need to focus on mobility talent tree to avoid direct confrontation. Quite the opposite. Baibars is like a great panther which will increase march speed when you stop hitting your opponent to reposition yourself. When you combine your mobility skills of both commanders, you increase your march speed up to 75%, which is crazy. From the talent perspective, you need only a few talents from mobility talent tree. They are a hasty departure, lighting charge, vortex and saving cross. After it, you invest all you can on cavalry talents. Surely, talents are on Belisarius, because he is your primary commander. Why do you need to focus on cavalry? Because once you reach Rallying Cry, the top tier talent, then your damage increases by 15%. It gets activated when you enter the battle for 10 seconds. Moreover, Baibars belongs to Arabian Nights, which improve cavalry attack bonus up to 20%. So for the first 10 seconds, you can freak out your opponent by your damage output. This seems like a playstyle. You engage for 10 seconds, then leave the battle to reposition yourself to help your alliance where it needs help. With this combination, you will move faster than wind and the impact damage will be devastating. Also, the enemy will have hard time escaping from you. That is why you need to stay alive as long as possible to be useful with this combination. And the last spot to make your playing smart is for Joan of Arc. Remember that you belong to the free-to-play league and you can't get legendary commanders for the maximum damage output. In a situation like this, you won't be the one with the most kills. Your options are quite limited, but you still can play smart. When you can't do a lot of damage or take the damage by 10 people at once, you can do another thing. You can empower everyone who does it. You have all the reasons to do it. Belisarius makes your march incredibly fast, so you have little worries to get caught and defeated against your will. You basically become the best friend for everyone. Remember that Baibars will increase your cavalry attack up to 20%. Well, with Joan you can increase attack up to 25%, which is better if we compare one skill. Maybe you won't be as fast as you could be with Baibars, but will always have a 10% chance to increase your health when you fight. You sacrifice a bit of march speed, but Belisarius is fast anyway. Divine Revelation is what everyone in your alliance will love you for. You will empower everyone around. Then your ally does more damage to the opposing opponent and takes less of it. It will give you a great advantage in massive KvK fights. It will make you both disabler and enhancer at the same time. Your gameplay with this combination will demand you to stay alive as long as possible. It means you never initiate fights with it but join them. And you always reposition yourself when you start taking damage. Your alliance needs you alive. Even if you are in the free-to-play league, you will be a sacred gem that can make a huge difference. This combination shall be everywhere where the fight is. And as long as you are alive, all nearby alliance members will have a 30% boost. This seems to be a new way to speak about commanders and their pairings. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Hope this knowledge enriches your gaming experience and gives you a better understanding of how to use this commander even if you are free-to-play player. So this is it. Don't forget to subscribe to WeCanon.